Hi all, welcome to the channel Blackbird Oracle. I'm Allison Christina. Welcome to new subscribers and thank you for likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all that good shit. Your support means a lot to me and I'm just very grateful. So as always, I'm sending you shit tons of gratitude, love, and light. And today what we're going to talk about is the sacral chakra. Which feels very appropriate because there's a lot of emotions coming to the surface with what's going on kind of cosmically. And we're in Cancer season. We have the solar eclipse coming in Cancer. And so, you know, I've been seeing a lot coming up with relationships, all kinds of stuff that are emotionally related, and that's what our sacral chakra is all about. Okay, little energy center about 2 inches below our belly button, and also not just energy centers, but levels of consciousness as well exist within our chakras. And the color is orange. So if you're working with the sacral chakra, eating orange foods, thinking orange, wearing orange, working with orange stones, any of those things can help energetically with clearing and keeping that chakra just spinning beautifully. It's related to the element of water. So, you know, to me it speaks of flow, letting emotions flow through you. We've been very programmed to not do that, to let them, shove them, repress them, suppress them. It'll go away. And for many of us, we now understand that that shit doesn't go away. It will come up sooner or later. And having a healthy, active sacral chakra is allowing those emotions to flow, validating your feelings. I know for me, coffee. I have 2 sons, and it's very important for me to make sure that as masculines that they have their feelings validated, that they know that it's okay to feel what you're feeling, and really teaching that emotional intelligence that's been lacking. I also, if you have watched previous videos, I was a teacher for 15 years, 3rd grade through 8th grade, mostly 5th grade, and it was something that I noticed, that we don't deal with emotions. So our sacral chakra, no wonder whether you're masculine or feminine, is kind of fucked up. It centers around creativity, joy, abundance, passion, sex, sensuality, intimacy, vulnerability. And those are all things that I feel most of us struggle with. When I was channeling and meditating on the sacral chakra for guidance for the collective, one thing that my team was saying is it's about passion. It's about joy of life, even the little things. And it's a question to ask yourself of really, are you truly happy? Are you truly just in love with life? And are you in a comfortable, safe space to be able to express yourself, to be able to allow emotions to come up? Of course, I'm not talking about being reactive. That's a sign of an imbalance, and that works with our solar plexus. Of course, as everything, it's all connected. But going back to the sacral is, what else? I kind of lost it right there. Well, let's talk about physical: kidneys, spleen, gallbladder, our reproductive system, lower back. Those can all, anything going on with those are a sign of an imbalance in the sacral chakra. And when we're coming from a lower vibration, we're acting or we're feeling guilt, shame. We're acting from a place of guilt and shame. One thing that kept coming up to me, and in the mini readings for the Pick a Stone on IGTV, it kept boundaries, people pleasing, walking on eggshells, codependency, and these behaviors that we create to protect ourselves and as a response to trauma, especially when it's sacral, emotional, and sexual trauma. And those are things I have experienced. I feel like in this lifetime, there isn't much I haven't experienced through my human lives. And it all started, with sex. It's been a huge tool for manipulation and to disempower and distort the feminine and the masculine. I will continue to say this is not blaming one or the other, especially when we talk about sex and sensuality and emotions, intimacy. These are things that we've been programmed just ass backwards in, right? And that started right with Adam and Lilith. If you are aware of Lilith and the stories that are out there, you have some idea of really what happened. I'm Lilith incarnate, and this is part of me and my first human experience. It definitely is understandable considering this lifetime too. I experienced sexual trauma at about age 6, and it was kind of like the moment that changed everything in my childhood. And I won't go into a lot of details. I've done a lot of healing around it, a lot of childhood regression. I'm understanding and knowing of why, and forgiving of all those involved. It's hard sometimes to accept that we agreed to do these things, to experience these things. I often can go back and forth with free will of if we agreed to this, we made those soul contracts to have these experiences, then really how much free will do we have? But I'm not going to go too far into that right now when this is about the sacral chakra. So two big things are, a lack of abundance, a lack of intimacy. These can be signs of healing that's needed. Also, sense of purpose is really, really significant when we talk about the sacral chakra. And that's what Spirit kept saying with joy of life and your passion, your creativity. We, again, with programming, thinking outside of the box. It's a struggle. Those of us who are seen as very creative feel like outsiders because we don't fit in those boxes that society wants us to fit in. And I know that's been a struggle for me my whole life, is really just doing what I want to do, what brings me joy, what allows my creativity to flow. And it was something I was able to do for a few years in teaching. And I was very lucky in my last few years of teaching to have a principal who saw that I could be effective and not quite fit into the norms. And it was a very great gift for me. But one of the reasons I left teaching was the education system wants teachers to be in a very tight box. And I just don't do boxes. I don't. And I don't think we should have to. As much as we would like, as humans, for things to stay the same, they don't. Change is the only constant, right? And energy is constantly changing, and all is energy. So allowing that flow of energy and that flow of emotions, finding emotional balance. That's a big one right now too. And I've been getting a lot of information, or, downloads, whatever you want to call them, of right now we have these massive karmic endings coming, individually and collectively. And a lot of them are related around the sacral chakra, the energies that are contained within that chakra, I guess is the way to say it. And so we're doing a lot of healing around guilt, around shame, around sex, around intimacy and emotions, really to heal and find that emotional balance that's needed to work in alignment, right? Mind, body, spirit. Boundaries are a big one. Saying no, understanding that people's feelings are theirs, and that if you're doing things for your highest good and from the purest of intentions, that their reaction, their feelings are theirs. You don't have to take it on. That's a big one for empaths, right? That absorbing of other people's emotions. One thing to ask yourself if you are an empath is or anyone, because we all pick up emotions, right? And feel that energy with people. Is this mine or is it someone else's? And if it's not yours, send that shit back. Say, I send it back with love and light, but it's not mine to carry. Think that's about it. Anything else? Yoga, if you do yoga, I do 3 poses that are really great, and with the sacral is the hero, the goddess, and the pigeon. I have had moments in pigeon pose of just releasing emotions like crazy. It can be extremely powerful. So I just wanted to share that. Stones again, anything orange, sunstone, carnelian, orange calcite, citron, peach moonstone, stones like that. If you enjoy working with stones, I don't know if I've said that, but I think I've covered a bit, enough, I guess. So let's get into the reading. What I did is same thing I did with the root chakra. I pulled sacral chakra cards. So this from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart will be the Divine Masculine, and this from the Energy Oracle will be the Divine Feminine. And we're just going to tap into the overall energy collectively. So again, with general readings, and most of you know this, take what resonates and leave the rest. And if it is resonating and you're interested in a private reading, I'm here. Just hit me up, and that information will be in the description box. My ever-present coffee. My students would tell you that too. So let's just see, tap into spirit, the overall energy in the sacral chakra for the Divine Masculine Collective. Overall energy for the Divine Masculine Collective. Overall energy for the Divine Masculine Collective. In the sacral chakra. Thank you. Okay, see? I love this. This is beautiful. Door to personal healing and happiness. And I have been picking up a lot in the right side of my body, which is the masculine energy in the sacral area, like a lot of healing, a lot of emotions coming up, but it's a really good thing. So this is just beautiful energy. It just tells me that the masculines are really working on healing and emotional healing, finding emotional balance, allowing emotions to come, accepting, and it's that water element of just, oh shit, my phone just went flying. Sorry if the light changed, but I'm not going to fuck with it. It's the water element, and it's allowing it to flow, just flow. you know. Let those emotions flow through. It's that balance too emotionally of not being reactive, and really almost it's that learning how to take a step back and just allowing it, processing it before making a decision, right? Is this for my highest good? Is this what's going to make me happy right now? And really being honest about that. And that's what I'm getting is going on in the masculine collective. Oh, excuse me. Let's see about the feminine collective, the overall energy in the second chakra, the sacral chakra, for the divine feminine collective, please. Overall energy. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Appreciation. Love this energy. It's beautiful. It tells me divine feminines are in a place of gratitude, in a place of appreciating that you're an emotional being. Feeling balanced, I'm getting, and those small things, right? Again, that message of passion for life, a joy of living. And that's what I'm getting is the little things. Ooh, chills. The Divine Feminine Collective's really appreciating the little things in life that really are just magical. I sit outside in the morning and meditate, and there were dragonflies everywhere, and I just, it was joyful. It just, and we tend to overlook those small things. Practicing gratitude, being grateful for the experiences that have shaped us, that have given us wisdom, and taught us how to turn that pain into power, is really what's coming through for the Divine Feminine Collective, and I just love it. I love that this is a 6 too, and there's a 6 here with the Divine Feminine. That again is that balance. Balancing our emotions. Yes, we're emotional beings and we have a right. Those emotions are valid, but really again about being in a place of not being reactive, of more, again, that stepping back and reflecting. I'm going to use the Sacral Tarot and see what shadows. This is the Sacral Tarot. Again, I always say this. I hope I'm saying it right, but and we'll see what, if any, shadows, healing that's coming up, the emotions that are coming up for healing, for each. So tell me a little bit, please, Spirit. What's being healed? What's coming up emotionally in the Divine Masculine Collective? What's being healed? What's coming up emotionally for the Divine Masculine Collective? Okay. Anything else? Any other messages for the highest good of the collective? Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'll use them. Yeah, I'm going to. Okay. Again, with the chakra readings I'm doing, my intention is not to make it a twin flame reading. I will do a twin flame energy update, solar eclipse reading on Monday, but if it comes through, I will acknowledge it. Whatever comes through, I'm going to say, and it's been part of my learning process as I, put myself out there and do the videos as I'm guided, of getting comfortable with just letting it come through, however it comes through. So I'm gonna take all 4 because I get it, I guess. First one that came out was the 5 of Pentacles. And this is a card of abandonment, of being left out in the cold. And the first thing that came to me when I saw the card was, when you are cold, eventually you get left out in the cold. And this might be harsh, but this is what's going to come through, and just keeping it real is distorted masculine is not wonderful at being emotionally open, emotionally vulnerable. Because, and the 3 of Swords, and they want me to grab it, heartache, right? Because of heartache, because of past trauma and pain, the walls come up. And that's what I was getting was, there's a little, it feels like I said earlier, it feels very karmic of almost like the divine masculine collective is getting a little dose of what they put out, if that makes sense. It's like when you have those walls up and you're not going to open up, eventually you're going to feel this way. It's going to hurt. But this is what this personal healing is allowing that to come up and recognizing it. It's also taking responsibility for ourselves, each of us. And that is not masculine, feminine. That's all of us, is holding ourselves accountable, being responsible for ourselves and what we're putting out there to others, right? Because what we put out comes back. It does. And it feels, that's what this feels like, is the divine masculine collective, the collective I'm channeling and picking up the energy for, is getting a little dose of it back at them, which is causing this hangman energy, kind of this standstill. And I know in my experience through my ascension process, we hit this place, it feels like kind of a void, right? A standstill, where we're really being asked to take a step back, to go into reflective mode, which is a great time right now with a lot of planets in retrograde, and really different perspectives. Looking at it from another angle is what Spirit's saying. And that's where the masculine energy is right now, of really reflecting on these. And to me, it's the past. It's abandonment. It's being left out. It's feeling cold and heartache and pain and trauma that they're really having to reflect on to do this healing, to find the happiness. And I love that, because that's this sacral energy, right? And then we got the Fool. So it's taking that leap of faith of opening up emotionally, allowing emotions to come up, that the masculine collective is really in that place right now, letting these things come to the surface, looking at it from a different perspective in order to heal, in order to take leaps forward, is what Spirit's saying. And it's just beautiful. It's a process, right? As much as we would all like to just close our eyes and say, it's gone. A lot of times it doesn't work that way, right? And so you have to have that patience. And when you're feeling like you're in that void, really just trusting that there's a purpose for that as well. And there's a reason, right? Well, of course, if there's a purpose, there's a reason. Yeah. All right, let's see what's coming up within the Divine Feminine Collective. Divine Feminine Collective with this appreciation and the Sacral Chakra. What's coming up for healing or emotionally for the Divine Feminine Collective, please, Spirit? The Sacral, thank you. Yeah, it's again the world came out. It feels mirrored to a little, of course, of completions of cycles. Just, it feels like with the Divine Feminines, there's been a lot of healing. Yeah, a lot of healing in that Sacral Chakra, in emotions around intimacy, vulnerability, sexuality, creativity, all of that shit is what I'm getting, because we get the world. And to me, Spirit's saying the Divine Feminines and masculines are in a cycle of really completing some really big cycles that are traumas from way back, from ancestors, from past lives, from childhood. They're completing this massive healing is what it feels like. And the Death card came out after that, which to me, Spirit's just confirming that the Divine Feminine Collective is kind of, and I don't mean this in a competitive way, but they're kind of ahead of where the masculines are in healing the Sacral Chakra and healing the emotions. And they've been through this kind of death, this release of the shit that's been held in there. And then the Knight of Wands came up. So they're really, through this death, through this release within the sacral chakra, they really felt inspired, creative, and really wanting to make quick movement forward. They feel inspired and that passion and joy for life again. And then the Emperor came out. To me, this is kind of two things. It's about balance in the Divine Feminine Collective too. It's really balancing that masculine energy within, to feel that confidence in inspired movement forward. It could be too a little bit of feeling gratitude and appreciation for the divine masculine. In that, the twin flame journey is all about healing. It's all about self, and union within. And that's really what I'm picking up is, as it relates to twins, it's coming through of just the divine feminines are really practicing a lot of gratitude towards the divine masculine. I'm also putting a little more structure to make this movement forward. Might be for some of you some career things, right? Of just really kind of feeling lit up, inspired, creative, passionate, and using kind of those masculine emperor-like energies of structure to really kind of move forward. And I know in the root chakra reading, the feminine's got strategy, and that's that masculine energy too. So of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. So those are some things coming up, being healed, movement forward, and it's just really amazing energy. Let's look at, kind of forgot, where's my notebook? I've said this before, but I'll outline, right? And then I get into it and it's just like all out the window. Let's just see. This is probably going to be a shorter one today, which I know is fine. Let's just see what's manifesting for each. How's that sound? Because again, the sacral chakra is all about abundance, and that gratitude. I'm being drawn back of seeing the abundance around you, right? That the world is abundant. The universe is abundant. They're releasing lack around that. And so let's see what's manifesting for the Divine Masculine Collective through this healing process. What's coming up through this healing process in the sacral chakra for the Divine Masculine Collective? Thank you, Spirit. Love that. Thank you. Whew. Okay. Can you give me one more? Ooh. Okay. Wow. All right. Ooh, they gave me two. Oh, fuck it. We'll keep it. See what happens. See what comes through. So the first thing that came out was the Six of Pentacles. And I asked what's coming through this healing, and this is balance. This is equal giving and receiving, which is just beautiful. It's really, and yes, it's Pentacles, physical world, but to me what's coming is it's all the way around balance. It's balancing that mind, body, spirit to have balance in the physical world. As within, so without, y'all, right? And then the Hierophant came out. So, of course, first thing that came is unions. And this is big in the Twin Flame Collective right now, is there are a lot of unions that are coming up. Potential outcomes for a lot of unions, communication into July and August. So it's also, to me, about union within, spiritual union, feeling again this balance, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. It's an incoming of just feeling very connected to it all. is what I'm getting. And then the Queen of Wands came out. Again, it feels like a little bit of a twin flame energy with just really seeing the divine feminine in a different light. Also, it's coming in as their own divine feminine, healing that sacral chakra. That's feminine energy in the sacral chakra, and it really embracing their own passion, creativity, and joy that the sacral chakra is all about. Then we got the Tower. So what I feel like is this shift, this really feeling healed emotionally within the sacral chakra, this emotional balance. It could trigger some events that I'm not getting are so bad, right? But more positive of just it's like good things coming. But I'm going to clarify the Hierophant. Let's clarify the Hierophant, please. Clarify the Hierophant for me. Yeah, new beginning, passionate new beginning. And the Wands, to me, I know they're fire. Cups are earth, or I'm sorry, are water, emotions. But this to me is very sacral chakra of just creativity, passion, inspired, inspiration. And that's what's coming in is this, again, this feeling of balance I'm getting. Tell me a little more about the Tower, please. Can you clarify the Tower for the masculine collective? Now, the Tower to me, it doesn't always have to be a shitstorm. It can be something really just high vibrationally positive happening, and that's the energy I'm picking up. It came under that Fool card of that leap of faith, that reset. And that's that energy I'm getting of being balanced, both in the masculine and feminine collective. Ooh, okay, y'all. The Lovers came to clarify the Tower. So take that for what it is. Again, I'm feeling like if you resonate with being a twin or in a soulmate connection, that you're wondering if you will come back together, that this group I'm channeling for, that's definitely something that's coming in as a result of this emotional healing that the Divine Masculine Collective is going through. So that's pretty amazing. Love that. And then let's just do the same thing for the Divine Feminine Collective. So Spirit, what's manifesting, what's coming in as a result of this healing, this movement forward for the Divine Feminine Collective? Knight of Swords. Could be an air sign. Take that as a message if it resonates. Same thing with the Queen of Wands. Could be a message for our fire sign. But to me, this again is communication, right? We saw that fire, that movement in passion and career and inspired movement with the Divine Feminines. And then this, to me, this Knight of Swords is really charging forward with the Sword of Truth, too. It's the Feminines being in this very kind of powerful energy. And it's two messages to me of communication incoming. It's going to make movement forward in clear communication, and in both in regards to just self and career more than anything, but in all relationships, really being able to clearly express your emotions, your needs, your wants, and saying no to the shit that insults your soul, that just doesn't fill you up. Like, don't do it anymore. It's that people pleasing. It's almost like, that just cutting out the bullshit is what I'm getting. And it's also in regards to twins coming in as communication as a potential to manifest, which is amazing. I love it. It's all connected, y'all. Tell me a little more. Anything else you want to tell me about this Knight of Swords, please, for the Divine Feminine Collective? Knight of Swords for the Divine Feminine Collective. Clarify. What else is manifesting? Okay. Interesting. With the Eight of Swords. It's almost like, and then the Four of Pentacles. It's almost to me of, and the Eight of Swords is about being stuck, not being able to see that you're the one holding yourself back. But I am getting, when I asked to clarify this, it's almost like he's like leading the way. If you can see that, it's like having this clarity is what's will lead you out of here. It's all to a bit of communication coming in might have you feeling a little bit like this. It might have you feeling a little bit like, I don't know which direction to go in. And to me, Spirit, that's when we talk about the Sacral Chakra, that's really looking at what's for my highest good, what fills me up, what am I passionate about, what brings me joy, that kind of energy. It doesn't feel, again, like, it doesn't feel like with the Tower and the masculine, it doesn't feel icky. It feels like just this movement forward, this communication, might have you in moments of just kind of feeling like, which way do I go, is what I'm getting. And then the Four of Pentacles, to me, this is in the physical. The energy I'm getting, again, is really stability. It's navigating this for what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel grounded, what's really something that you can build upon in the physical world is what's coming through. And that's what drives our decisions, right? Is not always going for the instant gratification, but looking at really the solid long-term, building those foundations, instead of kind of, and I'm looking at the two Knights again, of they're both very fast-moving energy of, moving things too quickly, I guess. This Four of Pentacles to me is kind of more like a Knight energy, and a Knight of Pentacles energy, where it's very kind of steady, kind of rock solid is what I'm getting. So make sure, Divine Feminines, whatever's coming in, that if you're feeling like you can't quite see clearly, to really be thinking about solid foundations, your stability and your happiness and your joy. And I think that's it. I'm going to end with a message from Spirit of Guidance for the masculine and feminine, one for each. So what's your best guidance for the masculine collective in regards to the Sacral Chakra and all this stuff going on? Thank you. Ooh, I love it. Sacral emotions. We know all the chakras connect. Everything's connected. This is spiritual evolution. Set your heart free. And I love that for the masculines. Open that emotional body up. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. You are loved, and there is safe space for you, being held for you to do that from the Divine Feminine Collective. I am always holding safe space, and it's just really beautiful energy of really this massive healing going on with the masculine collective, and really opening up emotionally, opening that heart space, and I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. And for the Divine Feminines, what's your best guidance in regards to the Sacral Chakra for the Divine Feminine Collective, please? Best guidance. Love this. Living light energy. See the beauty in life. I love that, you guys. It goes right back to this, right? Really grounding your energy, seeing the beauty everywhere, being in this high vibration of gratitude and appreciation, and completing these cycles, there's just a lot of healing, and really just taking a moment, Spirit's saying, to just enjoy it all around you. Okay. It's beautiful. I love it. I hope the messages resonated. As always, take what does, leave the rest. The masculine part of this reading may resonate more, and you're a chick, and that's okay. It's about energy. So take it as it resonates with you. And I think that's it. My goal is to get back on today to do solar plexus, because I got a little thrown off yesterday with a lot of readings going on. So my goal, sorry, not yours, is to do the solar plexus today too, and get me back lined up with those Mayan calendar days. And we'll just see. I'm flowing with it and how I feel. So I hope you are too today. Enjoy your Sunday. And as always, I'm sending you shit tons of love and light. Bye, y'all.